Everybody deserves a second chance, even video games. Welcome to the Second Opinion Podcast, where the reviews aren't always right, but we are. We're here to give you the gaming takes you didn't know you needed. We've been deep in the gaming world for 17 plus years, covering all the news, releases, and drama in the gaming world, and having a damn good time while doing it. Just because some website gave a game a low score doesn't mean it's a fail in our book. We're all about giving games that second chance, diving back in where others quit. And we should probably tell you that we're real and we're very loud and opinionated, and 90% of the time we're completely off topic. But that's why you'll love us. This is your Second Opinion. Now, here are your hosts, Toaster, Celeb, and Bolts.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Second Opinion Podcast, episode number 392. It is Celeb, and I'm joined by the Second Opinion Guildmaster, Toaster McGee. What's up, Toast?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
You know, craziness, crazy schedule. Kids are in soccer. Dante won his game the other day. Amara, they didn't win, but they're getting there. You know, their team is building up. So, but yeah, I mean, life is life. So, speaking of that, you know, we'll go ahead and lead into this. What have we been gaming? So, Toaster, why don't you get us started out on this? What have you been gaming?
It's been a return to Azeroth.
Oh man!
WoW Midnight released. The 27th of February. For people that paid money to play, probably because we're all suckers now.
You've been playing this game for too long to say that, Toaster. Okay?
It's been the expansion grind, getting ready for the raid that drops on Tuesday. So been running as a prot warrior on Howitzer, and then I got my cow, my Tauren rogue. So it's been fun.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for somebody important to die though, because like everybody's been all like happy and healing, like we're all together in this and we're saving the world. And I'm just like, it's too happy. I mean, this is dire circumstances. And this is like the second one in the trilogy. So this has got to be WoW's Empire Strikes Back. Like some shit's going to go down. Like
yeah.
I really hope all of you lore heads out there are prepared for this with your Kleenex boxes or whatever you need to get you through it. But I think some shit's going to happen, and it's going to be unfortunate. I would also just like to point out that nobody came to help the Night Elves defend their tree when Sylvanas lit it the fuck on fire. Yet here we are saving the Blood Elves in Silver Moon City, the mean girlest race of all Azeroth. Like, seriously. You all are extra, and we're over here saved like nobody.
I just love how serious you're taking the fact that nobody helped him.
Well, dude, in my headcanon, so I didn't, when that quest happened, the burning of the Teldrassil tree, I didn't quite understand the quest. So I saved like 6 people. And like 5 of them were really, really old.
Yeah.
And there was like 1 kid. So like in my headcanon, that was it. That was the end of the Night Elves because there was nobody. That was it. Like the other one, it was off in other places, like murdering people for hire as an assassination rogue. I don't know. But yeah, so.
That's it? That's all you've been playing?
Pretty much. I tried out the new season of Slaughter in Diablo 4. I, you know, I've been playing Blizzard games long enough that I feel I can say this. I feel like they kind of phoned this season in. I mean, granted, it is the one right before the release of a brand new expansion where they're introducing the Warlock class in a whole other zone. So I'll kind of a 40% give them that, I guess. But I don't know. My buddy's been playing. He even texted me. He was like, "Man, what the fuck?" And like on top of it, like you turn into the butcher. Like that's not cool. I don't want to be that guy. Like that guy shows up and makes my life miserable. I don't want to. I kill him. I don't want to be him. I've been playing some Requiem too.
Man, which my review is coming hopefully as of tomorrow. But
my wife has had to come check on me a couple of times. There's been a lot of fuck moments. And then finally I was like, you know what, fuck this. I just want to play a Resident Evil game. So I dropped it to casual. And the first chance I got, I dropped that big baby. I was like, no,
the big baby.
I'm not dealing with you the rest of this game. No, we're done. I learned how to make the big bullets. I'm taking you down. That's it. I'm not fucking with you anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy experience, and me as kind of a preliminary to what my review is very possibly going to be like. It's definitely one of the better Resident Evils that I've played. It's got such a dynamic feel to it. It's very different, and you could change so much about it too. Like switching back and forth. Whenever I was playing as Leon, like there would be like when I'm kind of in those open areas, like I would do third person, but in the closed in spaces, I'd turn on first person. And that have you came up on anything that sings?
Oh yeah.
Okay, fuck that bitch. Like, like, bro, when I first got to that point, Dante was staying up with me. And he's like, "Can I watch it with you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's going to kind of scare you." And he's like, "It's not going to scare me that bad." And I'm like, "Okay." And then we go walking.
This is what we call a teaching moment, by the way.
Yeah, bro. Like we go walking up the stairs. We hear, and there's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I haven't played this section yet." And we walk around the corner. He's like, "That's zombie singing." I was like, "That's what it looks like." And he was like, "That zombie singing, you got to kill her. If she's singing, that means she's real bad." I'm like, "Hey, I'm glad that we vibe on the same mindset because I'd be doing the same thing, man." And like, if I'm there, we're booking it.
The first time I came around the corner with one of those, and I was like, okay. And honestly, dude, I am one of like the 10 people who is still playing Destiny 2 on the occasion, apparently. Yeah. They've lost apparently 91% of their player base.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I mean, I am running around as Boba Fett, which is kind of cool. But playing that game as much as I have has got me a lot better at headshots. And the first time I came around the corner, I was like, oh yeah, bam. Why are you still singing? Bam, bam.
Yeah.
You're still... empty clip.
Yeah, it's there's some moments in the game that are jarring but also like it's so good, bro. Like it's so good. And the story is just so over the top.
How? Because you've seen pictures of that Gideon dude before all of this happened, and he still looked creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Like, who in their right mind would be like, yes, let's give this person a medical license? That seems like an excellent idea at this time.
Right? Like, I totally agree.
I'm sure all of his experiments are on the up and up and involve no human experimentation whatsoever.
He doesn't look like somebody that would, help run a secret organization that could take over the world. Of course not.
I just like the memos, though, and that's the funniest joke I've seen about Resident Evil, where somebody's like, "We've crossed a gorilla with a praying mantis. Greg won't stop poking it with a stick and making it mad." I hope it doesn't get out. Day 2, it got out.
It's definitely crazy, man. Link me. Hello, welcome. Yeah, it's really nuts. I've been playing a little bit of stuff, but nothing too crazy. I've got 3 reviews that I'm posting in the next 24 to 48 hours that have been done, but I just haven't had time to get them up. The kids had games back to back. The practices have been back to back. There's some other stuff that happened, and it's like by the time I get back to the house, it's like 8 o'clock. I'm like, fuck. Like, well, I'll do it tomorrow, and then I realize I gotta wake up at 4:30 and go to work. So it's been a little bit, but like I said, I've been playing. I've also been playing Fallout, the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition on Switch 2. And that's one of the reviews coming tomorrow. And I can't say I'm the most impressed with it. I mean, it runs well, but there's some issues with it for sure. And then also, I've been playing the newest and latest Hitman DLC with Mila Jovovich as the main bad guy. And surprise, surprise, there's some really fun call outs to another really big series that she's a part of while you're in this game. So it's super weird. Like, I was already playing Resident Evil, and then I started playing this Hitman mission with Mila Jovovich, and then I see all these call outs to a game that I'm playing in a series that I've been focusing on. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? My worlds are merging together. God, I have got to trim this beard up, man. This is getting like too much fluff. I don't know. I can't be like Toaster and have it to where it just goes straight down. It's got to be like perfect beard. Make me sick.
What are you talking? This.
You're like, thank you. It's basically what that meant, guys. He meant to say, I appreciate the love of my beard. So we're going to go ahead and get down into this. So we got some topics at hand tonight that I think are going to be some fun topics. Crimson Desert makes controversial changes just 1 week before launch.
Their response, and the fact that I just want to take a moment and give a big shout out to Tassie. Never in my adult life did I ever think growing up that I would go to Forbes for news and gaming opinions, but that dude is always like right on the money with his takes on stuff. So go check him out over on Forbes.
Do you want to go ahead and run this one, Toaster?
No, I just wanted to shout him out. Why do you want to?
Well, no, I mean, it's fine. I'm just saying it's just, Crimson Desert makes controversial changes just 1 week before. Says just 1 week before its release, developer Pearl Abyss has quietly added Denuvo DRM, a controversial anti-tampering technology, to the PC version of Crimson Desert. For those who may be unaware, Denuvo DRM has long been a controversial choice for a variety of reasons. The third-party software is used by developers to make sure it is more difficult for a game to be tampered with, thus protecting it from piracy. However,
it still gets pirated.
It does. And it says, however, it is often criticized by gamers largely due to the performance issues that it can sometimes bring, such as lower frame rates, increased CPU usage, and more. Now, this is from GameRants.com. Kyle Knight wrote this up, so make sure to check them out. But I will tell you, I will go as far as saying this. So I've seen some really stupid stuff around the internet about Crimson Desert. Like really stupid stuff. Like people saying that Crimson Desert is a lot of it. It's got to be AI. It's got to be AI. Let me get this on here real quick. It's there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. A lot of this gameplay aspects of the game, it's no there's no way it's not AI. I've played the game, and I played the game for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, I believe, and it's not AI. It's not fake. It's not the stuff that you're seeing in these gameplay videos and stuff like that um, is not something that is a farce.
I mean, to be fair, for the number of people that are bitching about this game on the internet, it has been wish listed by over 3 million people on Steam.
Exactly. Listen,
Like,
the game is massive. Okay, it is utterly massive. It is something that I can't really talk a lot about everything in that perspective, and I'll be able to like kind of share some more opinions about some stuff later. But it is a massive game that when I played it at Summer Games Fest, I walked away thinking that was not on my radar, and now it's my main focus. Like Crimson Desert is going to be a massive role playing game that will, I believe, have a lot of gamers happy for quite some time. I think
why are there
maybe
always mud crabs?
that why not?
What the fuck?
I think maybe what it is, Toaster, is that maybe we have just been burned so many times by these games that promise these massive experiences like we've never experienced before. They've burned us so many times, it's hard for us to believe that a game is going to be as good as they're saying it's going to be. But I'm just saying, as someone that has played it, you should be excited for this game. Toaster, are you excited for Crimson Desert at all?
I'm curious. I just wish there was a demo. Because
Yeah.
I mean, they are asking 70 for it, and I don't know. You know, there's it. It looks cool.
Look at that traversal right there. That's one of the best fucking parts of the traversal system. Oh my god, it's so cool. But it looks cool, but
But I will probably wait.
that's understandable. It's okay to wait. It's totally okay to wait for games. The problem that I have is when we have a plethora of gamers that haven't had their hands on this yet, that instantaneously go to the route and realm of all the people that are saying this game is good. They were paid to have these opinions so they can get money. And listen, say it right now. Pearl Abyss has never paid me. Will Powers would never pay me in the first place. Okay, so I've known Will Powers for quite some time, and I had the opportunity of meeting up with him at Summer Games Fest and checking this game out, and it was fucking amazing. It was definitely something that was not on my radar at all, and the game was honestly shockingly good. I actually told him when I left, I was like, dude, I really don't know what to say. Like it's almost weird how much fun I had playing the game, and it kind of brings back what we used to talk about. We used to talk about, like, if you went to Burger King and you ordered a double meat, double cheese bacon burger, you want your double meat and double cheese inside of those buns. Okay. But if I got home and the only thing that's on there is a slice of cheese and everything else is gone, I'd be like, what the fuck? But that's not the case. Like, this is the Big Mac. This is the Big Arch. This is the double meat, double cheese. Um, I don't know, fucking Whopper. Like, I think this is going to be a really fun experience for a lot of people. I do think there's some people that aren't going to like some of the aspects of the game. It kind of almost is like a style of play that's like a merger between like Assassin's Creed and Dark Souls. But it has its challenges. But as you can see, there's so many different ways to get around the world. There's a lot to do, a very expansive world. Now, I don't know every detail about this game, but it is still going to be, I think, a fun experience for most. And Toaster, you don't have to agree with me. I'm not getting paid to,
Oh yeah, we are just going to reiterate. He seriously is not getting paid. That's just straight up fanboy. Is what you saw right there,
That's
everybody.
right. That's right.
Pure, unadulterated, grade A fanboy.
That's right. And
It
speaking,
does look good, but back to what we were talking about with the Denuvo, Pearl Abyss's response is great because they just
what
dropped
was
it.
their exact response?
The gameplay footage we've posted that y'all have been ranting about? Basically, I'm paraphrasing this, but they were like, everything you guys have been like, woo, has already had the Denuvo enabled. So, booyah, booyah, booyah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they said. Booyah, booyah, booyah. No, it's just like, I mean, I get it. I have seen games where it's.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Unprofessional, Caleb. Golly. Unprofessional. How dare you? Sorry. Yeah, I agree. We've seen those games before. We've seen a lot of those games before in the past, especially over the last 4 to 5 years. We've seen games that have been pumped up, and then whenever they come out, you're like, bro, what the fuck
No,
is
I'm
it?
talking about the hit that the DRM.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, dude, I haven't noticed any hits. I mean, this people that are complaining, it's like this niche group that looks for like ultra performance in everything, and it's like slightest, like if I'm not getting 190 frames a second, like, come on, man, really?
That's really honestly the truth. I think that's actually just fandom nowadays, bro. Like they always there's a huge chunk of gamers and geeks and stuff out there that look for this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, just to complain, to get
just to fucking complain. But moving on from that, something that I'm not going to complain about, of course, is the fact that the Invincible versus title has now confirmed its open beta dates and its roster coming to the open beta. So the open beta officially starts April 9th at 10 a.m. to Saturday 11th, 9 p.m. So this is somewhat of a short beta, but more or less kind of like a weekend beta. You're going to have Invincible, Adam Eve, Bulletproof, Thula, Rex, Battle Beast, Omni-Man, Robot, Monster Girl, and Alan the Alien. So I'm a big fan of the Invincible show, but seeing this game originally announced a few years ago, I'm excited about it as a fighting game fan. Now, I don't know how I've actually tried to temper my excitement about this game because I know that it is going to be, it's going to be kind of one of those fighters that pops in, but you can see it is violent. It does have that comic book kind of look to it. And, he just blew that other Omni-Man into dust. But I just don't want to get overly excited and it not be as good or whatever. I need to get my hands on it, of course. So that's why I am excited for the open beta. Toaster, you're not really a big fighting fan, are you?
No, not really. I mean, I play Mortal Kombat on the occasion, but I'm not. It's not like a thing I'm super into.
How dare
I'll do
you?
Street Fighter, for fun, but
You do Street Fighter for fun?
I don't actively pursue the new fighting game.
Nobody plays Street Fighter for fun. Okay,
I do.
It's a lifestyle. But yeah, I mean, I think the game is going to be really good. I think the team behind it has put a lot of love into that game. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of I wouldn't say that fighting games are starting to get played out because I don't feel like they are. I'm glad to see a lot of new studios and stuff like that trying, new fighting games. But it does the market is kind of cornered. Okay. So Bandai Namco and Capcom and of course, NetherRealm Studios have kind of cornered the market over the last, decade. Will we see that dynamic change though? I believe there's a possibility with the purchase of Warner Brothers by Paramount. So
what can you do differently than health bar, character.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like so that's the reason why
this character dies. This one didn't go down. All right, it won. Move next round. Health bar, character.
You got anything else you gotta say? Talking shit. Fucking talking shit about fighting games, motherfucker.
I mean,
Marvel, it's kind of like, but look, it's kind of like Marvel token fighting souls. Initially, when the gameplay was showcased of this new Marvel game, I instantly thought it was Marvel versus Capcom. But it's actually being done by Arc System Works. And it's not, it has nothing to do with Marvel vs. Capcom, but the gameplay style of it looks so much like it. But at the same time, I feel like we're programmed to think that it looks like it because Marvel or Capcom has been doing Marvel vs. Capcom since, the late 90s. So as I said, the market has been cornered for some time. And the market has been cornered for some time with NetherRealm Studios and Capcom and stuff like that in these fighting games. And even Bandai Namco. But now, I mean, we got Virtua Fighter coming back. We got all these different games. So that's why I'm feeling that the landscape of the norm of these fighting studios that have taking control of the fighting genre is going to change.
There is one fighting game that I did enjoy.
What was that?
So the Soul Calibur series.
I'm glad that you said that because I was thinking you were going to say something like Clay Fighters or some shit, Clay Fighters. Like that's how I remember yesterday. That's how the announcer was. He was like
Sega Genesis fighting game.
What did he say? He was like, "Welcome to Clay Fighters." He's like Snowy versus Ra's al Ghul or something. I don't fucking know. Clay Fighters. But bro, I remember when Clay Fighters first came out. Bro, that shit was Clay Fighters gameplay. I gotta pull this up for you guys if you have not seen this game before.
Oh my god, Eternal Champions. The Sega Genesis fighting game.
Oh my god, I forgot about Eternal Champions. Shit, this tab instead. Make it full screen. Holy fuck.
What?
Dude, this is so old. Hold up. I gotta switch this over so you can see this shit. This was Clay Fighters. Let me minimize this. Look at that. Blue Suede Goo versus Helga. And that's how the announcer was. He talked real kind of old, 1950s. Blue Suede Goo versus Helga. It was fucking awesome. I remember I went to JJ's Videos and I went to JJ's Video Store and rented this. Let me see if I can find. God, they played as Blue Suede Goo for 24 minutes. I thought they would have switched it out. But look at this guy right here. Tiny. He was like a baby man. It was so wild, dude. And so different. But it was so unique. I remember playing it the first time as a kid, and I thought, this is real Clay. I was like, wow, this is great. It was so different. But, that was I think right before I played Mortal Kombat for the first time, and I was like, oh my God. This This is very, very different. Toaster, do you want to take this next one?
Man. So everybody who has been waiting for the Knights of the Old Republic remake can rest assured that something is possibly, maybe, still happening. That is all the news that we can give you, is that there's a good chance, possibly, of us getting that game.
That's it.
That,
I feel for you, Toaster. Man, I feel for you, bro. I really do. That's all you want. You just want you just want this to.
So the silence was recently broken between a conversation between IGN and Willardus. When asked about the future of the massive RPG, Willardus provided a short but definitive answer. Yes, it is still in development. That is all I can say. Which is the same thing he said like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing he's going to say 3 months from now.
But bro,
I know as Star Wars fans we should not give up hope. But at the same time, stop pestering the man.
Yeah, bro.
The answer has not changed.
The way I look at it too is like Tim Willits has always been a straight and narrow developer that I don't feel like has ever been one of those guys that like lied about shit. You know, he was with Bethesda for years. And I remember all the times I'd go to QuakeCon, all the times that he would do presentations and present games. He was always extra hyped up about these games because he knew that they were going to be something that fans would enjoy. A lot of people kind of gave him and Bethesda a lot of shit after Rage 2 released because it had really weird marketing and I don't feel like it was marketed properly. I feel like there was a lot of things that kind of fell short with it, but the game's core aspect is still good. Like I played it a couple of months ago just for the hell of it. And I was like, this is still a really good fucking game.
Like there's daunting tasks and things in gaming, and then there's remaking Knights of the Old Goddamn Republic.
That's a beyond daunting task,
right? Like you're taking one of the most beloved franchises in the history of Star Wars video games, made by a studio arguably 3 or 4 years away from dropping Mass Effect.
Yeah,
and honestly, if you liked Mass Effect, go play this game, because the first thing you're going to be like is, there's so much of the foundation of Mass Effect here.
Yeah.
This is taking... yeah, I mean, I still remember the day that I fucking played this game and it was like, you're Revan. And I was like, the fuck you say? No, do you see how the last time I got is? I can't. No, I'm not that dude. Like, I got.
What the fuck is happening right now, bro? No, I think I agree with Toaster.
I would be terrified. Like, I would be super excited to work on that title, but at the same time, I'd be fucking terrified, because if there's going to be torches and pitchforks,
they're going to be aimed. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it doesn't matter how daunting that task is. If you were to release it and it didn't come out perfect, they'd be like, "What the fuck? What's the fucking point of even doing it?" But I agree with Toaster. Like, back up, just chill. Like, look, we're finally getting Grand Theft Auto 6 this year. Okay, and there's always a possibility that I'm sitting here thinking some shit is gonna fucking happen, like something's gonna happen and the game's not gonna come out, But I'm really
they're gonna delay it till next year.
Yeah, bro. Like,
it still needed polish.
I'm really excited for Grand Theft Auto 6 because the game is talking about it's going to change a lot of aspects of gaming. Supposedly rumored to have on launch or after launch have like official role play servers that you can play with. Uh, do you know what Grand Theft Auto role playing servers are, Toaster?
No,
Okay,
it
so
sounds like pretending to be a character within the Grand Theft Auto universe.
that's what it is. But what's
Yeah.
great about it is like, so I watch some of these GTA roleplay streams, and they're hilarious. But like at the same time, like if you're a cop in a GTA role playing server, like you have to learn exact, realistic, 100% lingo. You have to learn codes. You have to like go in and do this job and all this. So as a player, if you jump into that server as a player, if you jump into that server, you do some wild shit. Like it's actually going to feel like a realistic event is happening. You know what I'm saying? And I watched this one guy, Bay Area Bugs, and he just got back into doing GTA role playing servers. And the stuff they do is so funny. Like he was playing this on the video I was watching last night. He was playing this character that was like a hick, and he was trying to get his truck back or something like that, and then he ended up grabbing the truck of a cop because he thought it was his truck, and then he like was trying to back up as one of the cops behind him who was being played as a real character. He's like, sir, you need to stop. And he's like, what? And he's like backing up, and he backs up over the cop, and he's like, the other cop's like, man down, man down. He just ran over my partner, man down. He's like, oh, I better get out of here. And he like takes off driving. And it's so funny, bro. But what's cool about it is like the third party kind of personally run GTA servers. Like this one guy started doing this role playing server on GTA 5, and he was, bro, just like a normal dude, barely making it. Started doing that role play server, and it made him millions, bro. Like there were so many people that started like getting onto it, grew this huge community. It's like one of the best servers that you can be a part of. Andre, shout out to my boy Andre. What is up? We got to have you on the show sometime soon, brother.
We gotta have everybody in our chat on the
We
show.
do.
We do. That person advertising free stream.
Yes, we got to have Pink on there. We got, what'd you say?
Get that person advertising free stream views.
Yeah, I reported it and blocked it.
They don't need to be part of our
Restream takes a little bit on that, but Link B, who's this?
That's Link IB.
Okay, I don't know why I'm going so blank. You got to remember, I've just been doing like reviews, and I'm trying to remember everybody. Andre says GTA RPG thing is huge. Yes, it is. It's really, really big, and I think that if done right, it could be something, that's groundbreaking for the realm of gaming. We've already seen how big of a attraction games like Arc Raiders are. Because not only did we see Arc Raiders come out and be a huge hit, and then we saw Marathon come out, and it was kind of the same aspect. I'm pretty sure Marathon was not originally supposed to be that type of like survival extraction game originally, but it is now. And now there's more games that are being made, and we're seeing this continuous trend in the games industry. It's like new games are being announced, and it's just kind of like I don't even know, bro. It's like a trend. We're just seeing it continuously. We're seeing like games that become super successful, and then there's 7 other games that come out in a 2-year time span. They're like, oh, we're doing that too. Another thing. I'm going to say this loud and clear. Somebody that was hardcore playing Fortnite with 4 or 5 people online. I know some people think this whole, boycott Fortnite thing is ridiculous, but hear me out. So I would usually pay for the crew pass. It's $11.99 a month. You got all 3 battle passes together, and you got a total of up to like 1,500 or 1,200 V-Bucks in the battle pass. So now things have changed, and though you're going to basically be spending the same money, you'll be getting less back. So you won't be getting like the 1,200 V-Bucks. You'll only be getting 800 V-Bucks, and then there's like this big refocus on Save the World, which is what originally Fortnite was about. Now it's like free, and they're making it free for everybody. And I don't know what they're doing, bro. Like this last season started out really fun, and then it's just tampered out to whatever it is. I don't know. It feels. Wait a second. Can you hear that?
Sounds like rain.
It does. Like, it's a stupid music. There we go. All right, you gotta fix it.
Like dubstep on speed.
It's generated music.
Oh.
And we're talking about that later, and I'm fucking using it. You fucking hypocrite. But no, I don't know. I'm irritated with them right now too. But I'm really irritated with this. So Battlefield Studios hit with layoffs. Until Dawn remake studio Ballistic Moon officially closing down. So the Battlefield Studio thing was a shock to me. It says Battlefield 6 publisher EA has reportedly laid off a number of individuals from the Battlefield studio, which is composed of Criterion, DICE, Ripple Effect, and Motive today as part of a realignment. Neither the Battlefield 6 publisher nor any of the affected studios has yet to release an official statement on the matter or the numbers. Let me state that. But it says the offices have been impacted by layoffs. None of the development studios will be shuttered. It says these layoffs will come as a massive surprise, not only to developers who have worked on Battlefield series, but to fans. Although the franchise has some rocky releases in the past years, namely the Kevin or Kyle Knight. I get that everyone hated 2042, okay, but it really was not that fucking bad. Jesus Christ. Battlefield 2042 was not that bad of a game. It was just the only one that didn't have a story. My God.
It would not be in the podcast if we didn't pick on some poor author.
Yeah.
Who was it that always? It was Polygon that always caught my ire for some of their stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I do get it. And it's not like he's
a save point. Like, stop complaining. Go play a Nintendo game.
Yeah. It's not like he's just completely shitting on EA, but it's like, I am so tired of every time.
Well, dude, I mean, it is super easy to shit on EA.
I know it is. I know. Remember, EA used to be the running joke. You're like, don't trust them, but they'll close your studio down. But it's just, 2042, I feel really different about 2042 because the Portal version of 2042 was so unique. And you could do so many different styles of play with that game of like playing futuristic against like past soldiers from World War II. I just thought it was cool. But Until Dawn, the studio getting shuttered as well, it is disheartening. We've been seeing a lot of these studios across the board get shuttered. And what's irritating is this is a studio originally viewed as a fresh start for several industry veterans who had spent years crafting cinematic scares, and Ballistic Moons was acquired by Sony in 2023. So you acquire a studio in 2023 that has a plethora of seasoned veterans and senior veterans from the games industry. You purchase them and you say that you want to do all this great stuff, and then you do the same thing that many PlayStation fans have talked shit about Xbox doing. I mean, I see a parallel here. I see a carbon copy of the same shit that we've been seeing over the last few years. Let's be real here. I'm not trying to shit on game development studios or umbrella studios out there that own all these massive, amounts of IPs and companies, but let's be real. What the fuck is going on in the games industry? Like, you're making money. You know what I'm saying? I know things have been rough. I know the AI's advancements and stuff have been rough, but you're making money, and then you make these promises when you buy these studios of not closing them down and not shuttering them, and we've continuously seen it. from not just big publishers like EA, but also studios like PlayStation and Xbox. So, I mean, I feel for people that are video game developers full time because it's a scary fucking job to have. You don't know if you're going to have a job tomorrow every single day you wake up. And that's one thing that will easily lead us into the final topic, which I know, Toaster, you may not have really had a lot to say about that last one, but you can kind of add it in on this. So we're going to be talking about two things real quick. We only got about 8 to 10 minutes left, but we're going to be talking about two things real quick. Project Helix release date, speculations, potential price, specs, and everything you need to know about the next Xbox, but also tying in NVIDIA's latest announcement of DLSS 5.
You know, it's like just, I don't know. It kind of just, it's like this, it's the beginning of like this vicious circle with these studios, because you lay these teams off and some of these guys are veteran developers. So then they form a small studio.
And then
but they don't have the tools available to them that they had under these massive publishing houses.
Yeah.
So in turn, they have to turn to AI to help them fill in the gaps.
Mm-hmm. And then they get shit on for doing it. I mean, come on. Toaster, will you look over these on the notes? Will you look at, you're a little bit more well-versed on this. Like, do you see anything in this, in the, I guess, the specs or what it's saying that it's going to do as a console? Do you see anything in there that kind of glistens in your eye? And while he's looking at that, industry leaker Moore's Law is dead, is putting a price point of the new Xbox anywhere between $1,000 and $1,200, and also AMD CEO Lisa Su has hinted that Microsoft could release the console as of 2027.
Looks like they're going to lean really heavy into AI.
That's what I'm scared of. Watch your profanity.
At least like the neural, like next generation neural rendering. AMD's next looks like their updated frame generation technology, the FSR. I mean, without like actual clock performance and stuff like that, this is all next gen buzzwords.
That's what I was about to say. So what you're saying is
this is the white background with the dude with the British accent and the V-neck.
I was gonna say what you're saying is they're blowing steam up our ass.
The next Xbox Helix will feature next gen ray tracing performance and capabilities, code signed for the next generation of DirectX, GPU directed graph execution, and AMD FSR Next Plus, Project Helix.
And while this is being read, in the background, you see these like silver and blue lines going across and nice little pinpoints. I'm like, man, I bet you somebody made this PowerPoint. And they're like, fuck yeah, I did that. Oh my God.
Next generation Xbox is built for next generation of neural rendering with next generation machine learning upscaling, new machine learning multi-frame generation, next gen ray regeneration for ray tracing and path tracing, and deep texture compression. It's
the generation of next generation. I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? So this leads into NVIDIA. I mean, for real, when I saw that
neural texture compression.
When I saw that, I'm like, okay, new ML multi-frame generation, next gen ray regeneration for RT and path tracing, deep texture compression. Like, I get that maybe a real like a good, well-versed developer's like, wow, okay, yeah, we could do some stuff with that. But me, I'm reading that and I'm like, all right. That didn't
There's
give
a
me
lot
shit
of fun in this.
Yeah, bro. But it leads into the next thing that I am worried about, and it kind of is a showcase of like the possibilities of what is new and what could happen in the games industry. Look at this. So this is the NVIDIA DLSS 5 AI powered breakthrough in visual fidelity for video games. So just watch the face. Looks like a different person, bro. Like, and I get this is what Toaster posted out. Toaster was like talking to me before the show and was like, all right, but look, maybe we're thinking this because we haven't really.
See, not every single person on the internet who fan whatever's about Leon just immediately sploot.
Yes, they were like,
that.
oh my God, he's more real than ever. But I mean, look at some of it. Like, some of it, it's too, like, what the fuck type feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks too artificial. Like, I've seen too many AI videos in the last physical year that I'm like, all right, like this one right here.
This guy,
like,
Bo.
I'm like, okay, all right.
He doesn't look like he minded a day in his life.
Yeah. Now this right here, this isn't bad. You know, you could tell the difference in the textures and the lighting.
You know what it is? Because it goes back to the fact that they have already mocapped these players.
Yes, exactly.
So your brain is already used to the fact that those were rendered off of actual people.
Let me
So it's easier for your brain to process their appearance because you know they are naturally anchored to another living human being. Whereas Grace is freaking from Resident Evil, you know she's a video game character. Yeah. So the minute you introduce any type of photorealism to that, your brain kind of goes, well, that's it. But at the same time, like, you're complaining, like, people are freaking out about this. Imagine what this kind of technology would do to games like this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when it comes to the zombies and shit like that. Or Dead Space, for instance, although, you know, Necromorph getting a glow up, that's a little, come give daddy a hug.
But yeah, I mean, I do agree with what you're saying. I get that, you know. But this right here,
I mean, it just sucks that like this tool is being done with AI. Like, there's jobs here that could be done. Exactly, I mean, and that's the part that sucks about it.
Yeah, because like, look.
But you know, like at the same time, and I'm not.
Okay.
The demand on. Like the technology demand on this, if it was actually not done through generative, like frame, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about.
Well, no, listen. I think I get what you're saying. Like, but
like the overhead on this has to be. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be a hit.
Let me slow it down a little bit so we can better see. All right, look, bam! Like, that's a huge difference, bro. Like, that is a massive.
Looking like a video game character to looking like freaking what's his face, John Cusack.
Yeah.
Like, back that up.
Hold up. Back that thing up. Right. Yeah. Look at this. Wait. Okay. This image right here, when I look at this woman, I'm like, okay, magical, you know, cinematic in that sense, but you know, it's not too real, you know. I mean, and then Chapow! Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, that does look like, hey, you've applied an AI filter to your video game now.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And now this one...
To be fair, Blizzard's cinematic team has been doing this shit without AI for years. Like, get them... Like, sit them down with some folks. Show them how to make a video game.
See, now this one is not bad. Like, the environmental changes that you see, you know, that looks good. I think that is an improvement. But this next one right here, like, face... complete AI face. Like, that's the first thing I look at. Like
Hardy's playbook.
Yeah, and I guess and maybe this is just test footage. Maybe like whenever you see it in person, it's going to look very different. But like this right here looks like those strange AI images to where like the lighting, the AI tried to get the lighting to be more realistic, but then like when they move their face, the lighting stays the same on their face no matter how
Well,
they
the other
move it.
thing is too is like, I mean, it has to render things generically.
Yeah.
Like I was goofing around with it, trying to just get it to like ChatG or Copilot to just uh, draw me a stupid picture. And any reference I made to like any source, cartoon, comic, whatever, it all came back with like a trademark thing. Like I can't, let's just make this as generic as possible.
Yeah.
So it's like they're trying to. I mean, and one of the claims is like all of everything that's rendered is rendered off of the anchor design of the character.
Yeah. Now that is one thing that I saw on there, that this technology is basically what it's doing is it's utilizing it's utilizing what has already been built in the game, and then it's like bouncing this color palette off of the character and the lighting off the character better, and then it's trying to like revitalize the environmental things and make the colors more pop. Like you'll see right here, you can tell the difference in the fruit and the dishes. They're more kind of realistic looking, and but I think it's great for environmental usage in game development. I think it can make a lot of things look more lush and more realistic and not so flat, because still to this day, you know as well as I do, there's times we play these games and we look over there on a table and there's a fucking potato that looks like I don't know. Like I'm doing the whole Ricky Bobby, I don't know what to do with my hands thing right now. But like for real, like you'll see a potato or a piece of pizza or an apple, and you're like, bro, like they made his face look super realistic, but you couldn't have made that apple look more like an apple.
Or the fact
Um,
that Bethesda pretty much has one color palette.
yeah, they do. But I love them. Okay.
I mean, I fanboy too, but seriously,
They do.
there's more than like various shades of gray in the world.
But I mean, are you for closing thoughts, are you worried about the future of gaming with the implementations of AI?
Yeah, I mean, I'm worried about people that are going to abuse it.
Yeah.
And it sucks because, I was like talking to friends of mine the other day. Like, it's an amazing tool. And then when you read about like the environmental cost and, the people cost of having to be around those data centers and stuff, the materials, just the general, I mean, not the general, the cost of what goes into, you getting a rendering of a bunny rabbit. It's awful.
Listen, I'll tell you this. I used it a little bit whenever it first got popular. And I was doing some little images of like me and my kids. And then when Jordan kind of started pointing some of the stuff out, like I had at one point in time, I even paid this guy on Fiverr. I paid this guy like $100 to do some head, my little avatars. And whenever he sent them back, I was like, these are awesome, bro. These are really cool. And I started using them. And then Jordan was like, hey, where did you get these? And I was like, I paid this guy to do them. And he was like, I'm pretty sure he used AI to make them. And then I kind of started like looking at them and cross-referencing them to the other images that he sent, because he sent like 5 or 6 back to back. And I was like, how the fuck can I not see that, bro? Like it is AI, because it's almost like some of the images were too perfect, but each one of them were also in the same stance. So I was thinking maybe he did them and he just overlapped the images and then did some hand drawing, or maybe even he drew them out and then got AI tools to fine tune them. But it's an integrity thing, and it's when I realized what using those AI platforms on a continuous basis was doing, I stopped using them. because it is, I mean, especially here in Texas, dude, like every fucking time you turn around, there's some other mega lord billion-dollar bitch ass company that's trying to build an AI data center. Like, let me get real quick, since I live in rural Texas. Fuck you guys for doing that shit on a continuous basis. It is disgusting behavior to sit there and try to prey on these rural areas by building AI data centers in these areas. It's just like in Sulphur Springs. I used to live in Sulphur Springs, and it's disgusting to see that the city had planned money, bro. Had money set aside and planned to build this, complex and do all this other stuff. But then this company comes in without even communicating properly with the city officials and buys this land out from under them, and now is trying to continuously push through the possibilities of building an AI data center there. The bad thing about it is what it does is not only does it hurt the local environment by the amount of shit that it peddles out of it, but it also it pretty much empties out water reservoirs in the local area, because these AI data centers need to run off of like fucking 60,000 gallons of water every second. And what does that do? Especially in rural areas, if you start sucking all the water out from all these fucking reservoirs and stuff in the area, what is that going to do? It's going to kill a fucking town.
I watched Judge Dredd over the weekend to prepare myself.
You should have watched Idiocracy.
No, I don't need to watch a reality show right now.
Linky B says, just lurking. Why don't you guys chop it up? Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Andre, for coming in. Fusion, thank you for showing up. Northam, is that right? Or is it what?
I would say that more accurately is no rhythm.
What'd you say?
No rhythm.
No rhythm. Well,
no rhythm.
Who is this?
It might be somebody I know, but I don't
know for sure.
Don't know for sure.
I love Toaster's little emote. Like, that's, I mean, it's perfect. Perfect little Toaster. Wait, why have I never connected this? You go by Toast, but did you ever watch the Brave Little Toaster?
No.
What? Oh my God! Hold up.
Toaster McGee was born because I was living in an apartment when I bought my first Xbox 360, and me and my cousin went through the setup process, and there may or may not have been alcohol involved. And he said that I should name myself after a kitchen appliance, so I said Toaster. And then I was like, it'd be better if that toaster was Irish. Thus it became McGee. So Toaster McGee was born.
Hold up, I gotta show you this shit. I don't. Hopefully it's not gonna get. Hopefully it's not gonna get like. I'm sure it's not. The fucking trailer's old as fuck. You can't tell me. You're gonna trip on this, bro.
They're the 5 spunkiest little characters you've ever met.
It's a possibility.
Can you hear that?
I mean, I know of the Brave Little Toaster.
Oh, you fuck! I thought you were saying like
right,
you've never.
For their master to come home.
Master.
How many mushrooms did that kid take before he came home?
Oh my God. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I will say I am worried about AI development. I think that it's really going to hurt the industry over a very short amount of time. The one person I very much don't like.
It's suck for a little while until Skynet becomes active.
Hey, listen, we can't start saying that whole, I'm not going to be political. I'm not going to be political. It's about the long term, okay? It's about the long term. It's about the long term here. Gaming will be better. Okay?
No.
It'll be better.
Right. We're leaving before it's time to put Grandpa Celeb to bed. Come on.
Jesus Christ. But yeah. So, as I said, I am worried, and I'm worried because I feel like there's going to be a very big possibility a lot of people are going to lose jobs. And this is not political, Toaster, but Elon Musk's wife was interviewed back in 2015 and made these really crazy claims at that time, and a lot of people were like, "What's she talking about?" But it's all true, and she knew because she's, one of the people that make a certain amount of money and live in a completely different plane of existence than any normal person would. But she had said when it happens, it's going to be such a mass exodus of humanoid jobs that it's going to shock the economy in a really bad way. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it. A lot of people are losing jobs, and we are in an economic state that they keep saying that no, it's fine. It's not fine. So, but either way, I do appreciate you guys so much for watching. I know we have kind of been on and off, but Toaster has been on my ass, making sure that we're getting this podcast out to you guys over the next couple of weeks or months. We've got some really cool stuff planned. We've got some guests planned for the show. We've also got some things that me and Toaster are going to try to work out. Maybe Celeb will download World of Warcraft and try and play. I don't know how that's going to work, because I suck at it, but
we'll find a class that you like.
Yeah. Is there a necromancer class?
There's a warlock.
So you can do necromancer-esque things?
Oh, no. If you wanted to play like a necromancer type class, you play a death knight because they summon ghouls.
Well, it looks like Celeb the Death Knight is
They're pretty much warlocks in plate mail, though.
I got you. But we made great time on this episode. So 1 hour and 7 minutes. Please make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Check us out at cinelinks.com for some of the latest and greatest geek news, movie news, and gaming news. And as I said, check back in the next 24 to 48 hours. I'll have a couple of reviews up, some more gameplay sessions. Me and Jared are going to be recording some GTA Online stupid shit. Last night we were playing it and we were trying to break into the safe of a gas station and use proximity mines instead of detonation mines. And
that seems safe.
Do what?
That seems safe.
Yeah, it was hilarious because Jared walks into the room and I'm like, hey, be careful. And right when I said that, he got too close and it blew up, shot him out of the room. Oh, it made for some really good memories. So talk to you guys soon. Peace out.
Later.